living off the grid and you procure most of your protein from the ocean or through hunting, you need to come up with creative ways to serve it. One of our favorite recipes for halibut are halibut burgers. So today I'm going to walk you through the process of not only building the halibut burgers, but also the sauce that will go on top, which is a bit of a twist to a traditional tartar sauce. This recipe is going to serve 4 to 6 people and goes great with any type of potatoes or other grilled vegetables. Okay, I started the process a bit earlier today when I thawed out about 1.5 pounds of halibut fillets that we were able to catch 4 days ago. So these fillets are trimmed, there are no bones left in the fillets, and they're basically ready to be processed at this point. So I'm going to start by cubing up each of these fillets into roughly 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch pieces of halibut that I'll put in the bowl and then combine with the other ingredients. Okay, we're going to put our 1.5 pounds of halibut that we've chopped into roughly 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch pieces into our mixing bowl. From there, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of onion. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And just give that a little bit of a mix. Then we will add our 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, freshly squeezed, 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, salt and pepper to taste. I generally use about 1/4 teaspoon of each. And then we're going to add a bit of green onions just for a bit of color as well as flavor. The last step is 1 egg. From here, we are going to mix all of our ingredients. We're going to form 4 patties. These patties are going to be about 1.5 inches thick. I took an aluminum cake pan. I lined it with parchment paper. Now I'm going to put it in the freezer for roughly 20 minutes. And really what you're trying to do there is par freeze them so that they hold together, so that when you put them on your grill, in your cast iron pan, whatever you're cooking on, they hold up and they're nice and firm as they first start to cook. Once you cook the one side, usually it'll set up well enough so you can flip it and the burger will maintain its integrity. So next, basically, the most important step is making the tartar sauce. So we're going to start with 1/2 cup of mayo. If you prefer Miracle Whip, you can use that too. We're going to go with 1 tablespoon of sweet pickle relish, 1 tablespoon of onion, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, freshly squeezed, 1/2 teaspoon of dried dill, and a pinch of cayenne pepper. We'll blend our ingredients in our bowl. And we're going to put this in the fridge to set up while we're waiting for our halibut burgers to finish cooking. Okay, our patties have firmed up in the freezer. We're in really good shape right now. We let them go for about 20 minutes just because we were having a great conversation. Now we're going to take them outside. We have a Blackstone out there. We're going to cook them on that. Before we put those down, we're going to put a little cooking spray on just to make sure they don't stick. We're going to cook them roughly 5 minutes on each side, and you'll kind of get a feel for that as you're cooking them. You'll see the halibut meat kind of turn a little bit whiter, and you'll just feel the whole patty firm up. So we'll get them on, we'll get them cooking, and we'll show you the process of flipping them. We'll toast the buns out there, and then we'll dress them once we get back inside. So first I'm going to put my cooking spray down on the Blackstone just to make sure they don't stick. This method is, you kind of have to do at your own discretion. You can put one on at a time with the spatula. I'm going to actually try to just flip it all on at once and then take the parchment paper off at the end. See how that goes. Yeah, it feels... Okay, so we had it a really good amount of time in the freezer. You can see they're holding together very well. We're going to let them cook on this one side. Then I'll flip them. At that point, I might actually cover them as well just to try to cook the inside a little bit more and make sure we're done evenly throughout the patty. So we'll give this about 5 minutes and then we'll come back. Okay, we are at that point where we are ready to flip. I'm going to turn down the heat a little and give them a bit of coverage. Now I'm going to actually light the other side of the Blackstone so that I can toast the buns right before these guys are ready. So my preference is to cook these to about 130 degrees in the center. If you overcook them, the halibut tends to get a little bit too firm, not quite as appealing. So 130 is the limit that I use. You can go as high as 135, but remember, it might keep cooking even after you take it off the grill. So I tend to target 130. So it looks like we're good to go. Okay, so we've garnished with lettuce and tomato. Lastly, we're going to put on our zangy tartar sauce. I tend to be pretty liberal with this. You know you've got the right amount on when you first take your bite, and at least half of it goes on your plate. That is the exact amount you should have. And now we are ready for our side dishes. So thanks for joining us as we made halibut burgers. This is one of the many ways we cook halibut. We'll try to introduce you to additional ways in future episodes, but this is one of our staples. I probably eat this once a week, and I love it. One of my favorite meals. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, please join our community. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps keep our channel going. Thanks.